Yes. Hi, everybody. Um,
Okay.
hey, first I wanted to say to Kimmi, I did it today. I accepted one and I did it. And I asked the lady, it was a purchase, and I had a problem with knowing how to do the documents. And I looked at your little thing, your little, and I was just separating them. And the other notary came over. She kind of was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Well, I'm trying." And she was like, "Let me show you a simpler way." So she still showed me that way, but she really helped me. So I got it. I got it now. Almost like 80%. Got it.
Congratulations.
So yay. So that was good. I was excited.
Yes.
I felt more confident too
I'm
with
so
that.
excited.
Yeah,
I
I
am
felt
so
confident.
excited. I said we're gonna get you through that because you was leaving money on the
A
table.
lot. It was $125 for that, and it was kind of fast, so it was good. So I was happy about that.
Oh, you just made my day. I'm
Yeah, I
proud of
know. So
you.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
But
Thank
the
you for
question I had
sharing.
with this, I had a somebody call me from the hospital to do a last will and testament, and I don't know how to charge for those. I think that might have been my second one that I did, and then the first one that I did, I got through a signing service. And it was like $75. I felt like that was like just too low to go into the hospital, but I did it anyway. So I left my cards at the nurse's station and they gave it to somebody. It was like in the cardiac, which is going to be a little niche for me. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to go to the department where they have the surgery and give because that seems like that is so the lady called me and she was like, how much to do a last will and testament, and I said 125. But when I got there, they had more documents. They had like the health form, last will and testament, and some other form. So I
So,
said,
did you screen your client, Alicia?
I asked her to send me copies. Well, I asked her, I said, well, it's the last will and testament. And I said, well, I know you needed two witnesses. I said, well, can you take a picture of it? She only took a picture of that one document. But when I got there, she had more.
Right. You don't have to have them send you a picture of the documents, really. Just FYI. But
Okay.
the question is, did you screen your client? You know what I mean by screen your client?
Oh, like the ask, was he coherent and those type of things? Yeah,
Even
I did.
about yeah, even about the type of documents. What type of documents do you have? So she'll say, I got a power of attorney. Is that it? Oh no, I have, yeah. So you got to screen your clients.
Okay.
I know you
I don't
just
know how to
started
do
too.
that.
Did you go back? Did you watch Notarize Like a Pro?
Yep, I watched that the other day.
So you
I
might need to
just watched
rewatch
it.
it because we talk about screening questions in every single course.
Okay, yeah, I'm
So
just starting to watch the
it might have
courses. I
just went
just
over
got
your
them.
head. Yeah. So every single course we talk about screening questions. And questions equal what, guys?
Money. I
Money,
saw that.
money, money.
Well, what I did was when I went in there and I saw the forms, I just was like, well, I'm about to just throw it out there and see what they say. Because I was going to still do it because I don't like to go and tell somebody it's this amount and then I get there, it's different. But she also didn't tell me she had these other forms. So I kind of was like, I said, I think I undercharged you guys because you said you only had the will and testament, but it's other. And she was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. And again, I didn't know how much to charge. And she was like, well, how much should it be? And I said 225, and they paid it to me. Is
Yes.
that too much? Or, like
It was
how
a
much do you
little.
guys
Where are you
charge?
located again, Alicia?
Michigan, Detroit. Well, it was in Troy, but I'm Detroit.
It just depends, honestly. How many documents was it? That was actually an estate slash trust at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that does require a little bit more. And you went to the hospital, so
How
yeah,
long were you
usually
there?
usually about well, it depends. Michigan, I don't know your hospital, I know I'm from there, but I'm just saying, depending on how many sets of escalators you had to go up, elevators. I mean 225 for an estate package is in the realm. It's a little bit more than I typically, but don't go by me now. So
Yeah.
like
So that was too much. You saying that
no,
was about
I
two?
175, 200. I mean, I think it was okay. I really do.
Okay. I just wanted
But
to make sure.
but you went from 75 to 200, right?
No, 125 to 225.
Yeah, so in the future though, I'm gonna make sure that's why you got to screen because you get the right client and they're gonna be like, oh, it's a whole $100 for two pieces of paper. But you have to watch that
It
and
was
see.
more. It was more than that. These was packs.
Right. That's what I'm getting ready to tell you. So that was like an estate slash trust at that point. So I'm gonna have you go back and watch the estate slash trust course if you haven't.
Okay, I haven't.
ASAP, and then that's going to really help you with that
State
pricing. And you'll see the
pensions.
value is there. It's a whole different. It's just documents, but it's the value of the package. So
Okay, it's in
watch
the
that.
estate planning. Okay, I will.
Yeah, watch that. And I did want to add one more thing really quick. So you see how you said, well, I took the $75 job, but that $75 job was your foot into the door. So now that 75 turned into 225.
It
Not to
did.
they're gonna keep calling you. So that's what another reason why, guys, I'm big on get started, take something. Every opportunity is an opportunity to go like whoosh,
Mm-hmm.
every time. So I don't never say, well, it was only, well, sometimes I might say that. But I got my foot in that door and I'm leaving my cards everywhere I go. So
Yeah, I went to all the nurses' stations. Hey, I just
boom.
did one, and so yeah, that's what I'm
So
gonna
that
start
$75
doing.
is gonna turn into thousands.
Okay, that's
Yes,
what I wanted to
very
say.
good. Very good job. I
Thank
must
you.
really quick. I know Alexis, we just kind of hijacked it. I'm sorry, but last week, really quick, Miss Alicia had a situation where she has, and she's the only one I ever heard of, and I've been doing this for years, where they wanted her to sort the package. What goes to the buyer, what goes to the seller, what goes to the realtor. Only person ever had this happen. So anyway, I found her some sheets that she can kind of reference. She played around with those. It did help build her confidence. But what I really wanted to highlight is her humility. Because I told her, I said, hey, just ask the other notary what they do, and they probably fed on your energy. You went in there, hey, and she saw you kind of struggling. If you had had a little attitude, she'd be like, let her struggle. But
Right.
clearly she wanted to help you. So sometimes we got to be humble and say, hey, can you help me with that? Especially in this situation that she had. Even if you go to a signing and an attorney is there, or somebody of authority that seems like, well, I should know more because I'm the notary. Just kind of just let them know, hey, you think you can tell me how you did that? So that's what she did. It worked, and that just made my day.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you.
Alicia, I was gonna ask you, how long were you there at the hospital?
I was there probably for about an hour because they had to find witnesses. Thank goodness they found some strangers. The nurses they helped, but they needed
Yeah.
witnesses. And I was there probably for about an hour.
So
Yeah.
why did they have to find witnesses? What did you
Be
not screen that?
I saw that that you needed two witnesses, and they said they would provide the witnesses, but when I got there, they
You
didn't
didn't
have
have.
witnesses.
Yeah.
No.
You
So,
always got to screen, even when they tell you I have witnesses. Now I'm still asking questions. Questions equal
oh,
money, time, and money. I already got my witnesses. Okay, may I ask who the witnesses are?
oh, okay.
They'll tell you what happened with Raquel. They'll say, "Oh, it's two people at the hospital. It's the nurse and the
Every.
doctor." And
And they
that's
can't do
typically
them.
not typically. So now
Yeah.
you still got to ask those screening questions. Questions equal money.
Is there a list or something? You said there's a list of screening questions that
Every
I can
single
put
course.
inside of my book.
Every single course.
Okay.
Questions. And it's also inside the new journal. It's inside the courses. So I'm gonna really recommend really quick, Alicia, start from the beginning, literally. Even though I know you took something before, I think, but
Yeah, but I
please
wasn't
start from the
focused.
beginning so you can have like literally from the beginning. Notarize like a
Okay.
pro, the general notary, estate, step by step.
Okay. I did watch Notarize Like a Pro, but I'm gonna do it again because my mind I take like two or three times. I don't know if somebody else like that, but I don't get it the first time.
And that's why it's recorded. And also download the tip sheets. Every tip sheet has what you need on it. Every tip sheet.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Hey, but
Alicia.
$225 for an hour ain't bad to sneeze at.
I know, right? I was cool with that. I was, yay, cash too. They was like, "You can you do card?" I said, "I could do it all." They gave me cash. I was like, "Oh."
Ooh, that's
So that
awesome.
was good. I paid a
Right.
bill with that. I was happy.
Okay. And I was gonna say too, this is for everybody, but piggybacking off what you said, Alicia, if you do get into a situation where you feel like people don't, you can hear in their voice they may not know exactly what they have, it's okay to leave it kind of open ended, because you don't want to get into a situation where you go to someone's house and you told them one price and then you try to up it. In your case it worked out, but I'm just saying it because we're going to be doing this for a long time, right? So you will come across some crazy people every blue moon, but you don't want to get into a situation where they're like, $100 more, frantically going crazy. So I would always just kind of leave it open ended, and I always end with like, okay, based off what you told me, the one document, you have to speak very clear, because if any situation, I always say, well, remember I told you X, Y, and Z, and I've personally never had an issue because I'll always go back to that. Remember I said you had the one document, or that's what you told me. So I just say, okay, based off what you told me, the one document, this will be the price. But if you're completely unsure and I get there and I look over it, the price is subject to change. And
Okay.
usually when you phrase it like that, they don't mind. And then when you get there, and I've been in situations where I even dropped the price because I'm like, oh, you have way less than what you made it sound, to be based off of my screening questions. And I've dropped the price. So it's all about being fair too. And they'll
Okay.
know, like people will respect that. They'll know. And if they come and, based off how you move and how you interact with them, which I know all of you are great, but even if you up the price, well, you're the expert. You came in knowing your stuff, this and that. So they don't mind, getting their documents done properly and having the price upped a little bit. So it's just all about how the conversation goes in the beginning.